So today's topic that I want to talk to you is called backing up your photos with Google Photos. I recently helped my dad and my sister-in-law move all their stuff from iCloud to Google Photos because Google Photos I feel is the better of the backup services for your photos, like trying to keep all your memories safe. It also has some really cool features for finding photos. The iCloud one is okay, but it's kind of annoying because it's really hard to tell what's backed up, where stuff is, and how exactly to get everything where it needs to be. And then they also want you to pay extra. Like you might not even realize if you run out of space on your thing, it'll start annoying you that you need to get more space. But if you don't, it's actually not backing your photos up. It's only backed up till it's full, and that's it. You're done. But with Google, it has unlimited free storage for your photos and videos. It does say them a little bit different quality. You could tell it to back up the original quality, but the quality that it does back up to is great. The free one is good. I pay for a little extra because I have so many photos, but it's $10 for like 2 TB, which is you can't even. I have all the pictures from now till like 2000 when I first got a digital camera. I have all of them backed up, and it's still only 600 gigs of photos, which is a ton of videos and photos and everything, all backed up to my Google. Google's great because it works with Apple, it works with Linux, it works with uh, regular Windows PCs, where iCloud only pretty much works with Apple. It kind of works with the PC a little bit, but it's really kind of hokey. So let me just show you a little bit about Google Photos and how it works. So you would go to your regular like Gmail or whatever, and then up here at the top, there's this little box of things, and this is all the different things that Google offers, right? Drive's really good too. I have all my stuff backed up in here, like birth certificates, social security, all that stuff. Anything, any important documents I have saved there. But then you would want to go to the photos section, right? When you open it, it'll take you to another place right here, which this is just an account I have set up to show you guys. There's nothing in this right now, so it's really simple. If you want to put something in it, you don't have to like make sure it's on your phone or try and set up something special. You would just take let me go back to desktop here, a folder of pictures you want to do, and you drag it over here, right? That'll open this back up. And look, it says drop files anywhere to upload. You drop that, and this is where I said you can do the original, which is full resolution, counts against your quota, or you can do high quality, free unlimited storage. So if you're on a budget or whatever and you don't want to spend the money on it, it's perfectly fine to do the other way. That it's really high quality. It's still good quality. The only reason you'd want maybe the original stuff is if you had like you were a photographer and you had some really really high quality photos, and that was like part of your business, maybe more so, or you had some photos you might want to do it with that. So I'm just gonna click free unlimited for now because that works for this account for me. Click continue, and then you get a little pop up down here that'll show you there's 41 pictures, and it's gonna go through and upload them all. And then I'm also going to show you this feature for here. They have this for Max 2, the desktop uploader. So you click on that if you wanted to. It's still uploading the stuff in the background. And then you could download backup in sync, right? So we'll go ahead and download that. See, in the photo library is still doing its thing. And then that's done there. So while it's doing this thing, I'll show you how this works. So you go to install. And then just tell it yes. And then it's going to do its little thing. See, so all those things are uploaded. So at that time, you could take these and you can add them to an album if you want, right? And these are some pictures from Malaysia that I took. So we will go with Tioman Island, right? Which you don't have to. You can just drop them in there and you don't have to even worry about it. It's pretty good about figuring out what stuff is by geolocating and stuff because our phones are set up to do that now anyway. You click a little check mark and then boom, it'll add them, right? So now when you go back to the photo page, which I'll do right here, all your pictures will be there. Okay, these are all the photos. Yeah, so here it is telling me if I want to get the uploader because it's still installing. We'll go back to the uploader here in a second. Okay, installation complete. Close. Okay. Then the uploader will probably take a second and it'll open. But so now you can go to what's called albums, right? So this is one of the cool things about Google Photo stuff. You go to albums, right? Then you go to it'll start collecting data, and you can do all these different things. You can find your photos by places, by things, videos. It'll show you all your videos, collages you've made, animations, movies, and other things will show up too. There's the album itself that I made. And then when you go to people, it probably hasn't done it yet because it takes it a minute, but it will actually pull facial recognition of people, and you can find every picture you have by that person's photo. Like that's my daughter Addison right there. Eventually, it will do its facial recognition thing, and I want to find all the pictures of Addison in them, and I can go in here, and her face will be here, and I can click on it, and it'll pull me every picture that has Addison in it. It's really, really neat. It'll even find pets, all kinds of weird stuff. It's kind of neat. And then it also has this thing called Assistant, which it hasn't really done much now, but eventually it'll take all those photos and it'll just give you little. Sometimes it'll edit the photos for you and show you, hey, do you want to keep this edited photo? And you could choose to make a copy or edit the original one, or it'll make little animations from a bunch of different photos you made. Sometimes it'll make a little movie, kind of how like Facebook does sometimes. The other cool thing is the sharing part. So all of your photos, you can make a shared album, and then you could share it with anybody else that has Google Photos. So anybody that has ever shared anything with me will show up here in my sharing thing, and I can tell it to add it to my main one too, but it'll stay right here too. Like it'll show my shared photos, and vice versa. I can share photos with people. That's why I really love Google Photos. It is my favorite. And as you can see, the quality is not really isn't diminished or anything. It's still high quality. Just like you want, and also in here there's a couple different features you can do. You can share, so you can post to Facebook, Twitter. There's a bunch of other stuff. You can edit the photos in here. It has all this stuff. It has actual like adjustments, light color. You can rotate and crop. You can do all of that in Google Photos. And if you want to trash something, or if you want to make something a favorite so you can find it easier, if you want information on the photo, boom, there you go. There's all the info. It's so much easier. Tells you even how the pictures, where we took them on. That'll vary by if your camera has that function or whatever. So okay, let's see. Let me find the Google Photo Updater. Where did it go? Okay, so Backup and Sync is over here. Once you start it, it'll show up in your system tray. So it's right here, but it also installs Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides, which if you do any college or any kind of stuff that you want to be able to share like a Word document, Sheets is like Excel, Slides is like PowerPoint. It's really good. It shows you're really good to collaborate. I use it in college. It's great. So let's go back to here though. This is the sync. And the Apple setup is a little different. I'm not going to show you how to do that here because I don't have an Apple how to show you, but if you do want me to help you, I can help you, no problem. You can just reach out to me and I can tell you how to do that. Okay, so now you see how there's a little icon here? That's where it'll show up. So go get started. And then it'll have you sign in right here. Let's see, what was that? Oh, must have typed something wrong. There we go. Okay, so you sign into your Google account, right? Back up your videos, or you can back up everything if you want. You can, if you do back up everything, you can tell it certain folders that you want to back up for your drive. So say you have a document folder, you can say back that up. And it kind of works, if you've ever used Dropbox, it works in a similar way to Dropbox, but I like it a lot better. So see, like right now, it knows that there's photos on my desktop, so that's why it's saying, hey, get them from there. And then it also defaults to here. But you can choose a custom folder if you want. You can say, I want, whatever folder, my downloads folder also. And you can select that and it'll show up. So again, it'll ask you, do you want the high quality or do you want original quality? Do the same thing. You just hit start and it will disappear. There it goes. Okay. It is setting up. Right. We'll close that. And then you can go back over. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. And it just checked, made sure that everything was updated. So there we go. See right now, it's restarting. And right here, it'll say preparing to sync. It made sure that everything is updated. That's what I love about this. Like, so right now it's syncing and make sure everything, every time that it'll check periodically, like every hour or so, to make sure that everything is backed up like it's supposed to be. And right there, it'll tell you, all right, it's good to go, And if I change anything, it'll update it. And when it's done, it'll tell you everything. It'll have a little check mark that says everything is backed up. It's one of the things I don't like about the iCloud is it's really hard to tell if your stuff is backed up like it's supposed to be, or if it's on your device, or if it's just in the cloud and they're showing you just a little preview. With this, you know that it is backed up 100%. Next, I'm going to show you how to work it on a phone.